The 2023 GR Cup is an extremely, immensely talented field, and that spans people who are from circle track racing, dirt track racing, sports car racing.
I think that the highs that I experience in skateboarding and racing are very similar. A lot of them have to do with unlocking the next level. Having that step of improvement is really all that you're looking for. It's like, how can you be better than you were before?
We'll have 7 events this year, 2 races at each event, so 14 total races. Some of the most iconic road courses: Sonoma, VIR, Nashville, Road America, Sebring, Indy. So we're standing in one of the 2 GR Cup trailers we bring to the track every weekend to the events. Between these trailers, we carry almost 1,700 individual parts to service the teams. Anywhere from a simple bolt, you can see that all the way up to a full complete car we bring to the track every weekend. We want to make sure we've got every little piece and part that teams might need to keep their cars running on the track and being at their full potential performance.
We're running with the GR86s. We take the stock car, turn it into a proper race car, and everybody races in the same exact equipment, and we see who the best driver is among them.
I love Sonoma. I feel like maybe I'm biased because it's my home track. My family was out there, so that was kind of a cool experience. Just always growing up racing at the go-kart track up there was my first time racing on the actual track, so that was really special for me.
I've raced against Tyler for years now, so this wasn't the first time going head-to-head with him. I expected it was going to be a season-long battle.
For the second time this weekend, it will be Tyler Gonzalez taking victory here at Sonoma.
I feel like I live and breathe racing. If I'm not running in the GR series, then I'm racing in ARCA or the truck series or late model races or go-kart tracks. So I feel like I'm always kind of doing something racing related. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm usually kind of, working with my partners and doing like some shoots. So I don't really call myself a model, but I do some modeling stuff with brands. I worked with Victoria's Secret and like Gap. So it's been cool to kind of be able to bring them into the racing world a little bit and to kind of be able to blend those 2 worlds. It's been fun.
So I live in Idaho. I'm a sophomore at Boise State University. Got a few new friends this year rooting for me, so I'm excited for that. They're gonna watch the race, and they've also been sending me homework assignments that I've missed. So I can't get behind in school.
Outside of racing, I'm a full-time student at Cannon School in North Carolina. Balancing racing and that has definitely been a challenge, but I wouldn't have done it any differently. Not only was I able to get into a series and not have a lot of background in car racing, but also be able to compete.
I work for CB Motorsports. It's a good buddy of mine, and he owns a race team, and we work on the cars and just help him get ready and run his races. And then at home, I work for my dad. He owns a commercial painting company.
I went to college and got a bachelor's degree, and I have a full-time career outside of racing. My career is in healthcare as a business analyst.
All eyes on the flag stand as there goes the green, and we are racing here in Austin. We've already got contact coming down into 1.
You have really good days and you have really bad days, but it's all a matter of how you keep going as a team.
Tyler Gonzalez in 15th position, already up double digits.
Starting in the back, you got to be pretty cautious on the start, but at the same time, that's when everybody's the closest. I was able to get through the first few laps scot-free and just kept picking them off one by one from there.
Tyler Gonzalez is on a mission from the back of the field up into 5th place. He is coming.
Gresham Wagner is going to come across the line as the checkered flag flies and take victory.
I'm glad we finished second. I think we ended up passing 27 cars.
The only time I battled with Tyler was at COTA, to be honest, and I should have just battled harder because I had a better race car, but it's kind of miserable being his teammate because it's always like, congrats again.
Tyler Gonzalez has established himself as a real force to be reckoned with. But we've got Spike in there going door to door every lap, but then back in the field, you want to see, the races going there. That's what people love, the personalities. They love seeing the emotion.
Get ready for the start of race 2 for the GR Cup.
Early touch, the 57 spins at turn 8.
He's able to catch the car, get it pointed back the right way, but he is going to have to play catch up.
final lap at Circuit of the Americas.
Kohlbecker looking for the opportunity. Another big moment there for Drake Kemper as they come out of the corner, as it's going to be Drake Kemper coming to the line to take it, the checkered flag.
Spike didn't even know that the leader had a penalty. When did you actually find out that this was your victory?
Right here, like 30 seconds ago. I've been spending most of my time racing for the last better part of 10 years. I also stream on Twitch, which is a live streaming website. I've just been working on myself a lot as like personal growth this year, which is always a blessing to be able to have the amount of time to be able to do that. I think getting back in a race car after having to take 2 years off in the first place was a pretty big step for personal growth. I've been struggling with anxiety and depression, which I know a lot of people in general do, but actually quite a few members of the people in the field. And it's nice to be able to bounce off each other and talk about it, how to get through it, how to calm your nerves, which doesn't always happen. But you know, it's nice to not be alone in the battle.
VIR was kind of the highlight with race 1 with our first podium. So I was super happy with that.
Here comes Weisenberg around the outside of Gonzalez into turn 1, banging fenders as they head through Horseshoe.
Gresham Wagner had a 2.5-second lead.
But it is Lucas Weisenberg that is seeing red, trying to make his way around the outside of Horseshoe. He's going to dive the car in deep.
Weisenberg's doing a phenomenal job around the outside at Horseshoe. What an unbelievable move. Can he re-clear Wagner through turn 2 and into turn 3? He does.
He's going to come to the line to take the checkered flag. Lucas Weisenberg, your winner from race 1 at VIR.
So it was definitely a cool weekend.
We've finished on the podium every race so far. We've won 3 of them. Race wins are great, podiums are great, but we're here for the long run. Championship is what's on our mind.
Nashville, I'd never done a street race. That was probably one of the most fun events I've ever been at, especially with us performing well too. We had the whole entourage at Nashville, it just was the icing on top.
I got in a crash and had a concussion, so I'm still out right now. It gave a really cool opportunity for my brother to be able to jump in, and he's done really well. It's really cool to kind of see him in the car too.
There goes the green. We are racing in Music City. Oh no! A spin there for the number 10. That is Mark Pombo, and it looks like Robusto and Eisman have been collected in it.
Coming onto the bridge from over there onto the main side, a bunch of people from further back got by before I could get going again, so.
Just scraped the inside wall a few times trying to use all the road.
Motorsports is about highs and lows. And so when you see something like someone finishing up on the bridge and not being able to just flew on mechanical, you know, they're going to get a podium, oh, they don't make it. You know, and then on the same token, when you have a brother and sister team that are getting a chance to get in the car, just really exciting stories like that all year long.
It is yet another victory here for Gonzalez, your championship leader, extending his advantage at the front of the field.
My favorite track of the year is Road America. That track really suits this car. It's just so fun to drive at Road America.
Mia is the undisputed, frankly, queen of this series. It's going to be close at the line. It's going to be Gonzalez by 76 thousandths of a second. After coming second yesterday, it's going to be Gresham Wagner on the top step of the podium here today.
So give or take 4 or 5 years ago, my brother started getting into racing. We've always liked cars our whole life. Everyone got hooked on it, and then we started coming every month, and then turns 4 years now.
Little by little, we got a race car, we shared it, then we each got a race car, and I think we're both really good drivers. I think we have our certain strengths and weaknesses in each track, honestly. When I get home after like a 12-hour shift, sometimes I try to turn on like the sim and kind of get my mind back into racing and maybe do like a 30 minutes, an hour maybe if I can. Your family's here, it's It's fun, it's different, but the pressure's definitely there.
Oh, trouble behind him, big slide, a couple cars turned around. The 7, huge jump for one of the cars. Is that Michael Garcia in the 7? Yes, one of them is. Frantic start.
That is Joey DeSilva, one of those cars kind of popped up into the air.
I took sort of your traditional NASCAR route, going through Bandoleros, Legends cars, and then late models, ARCA, and then truck, of course. Pretty traditional NASCAR route. It's been really cool to see the development of this series come along. I really wish there was something like this when I was growing up, because it's such a great asset for young drivers to be able to come and race.
Beat around the outside is going to be Corey Heim. Heim around the outside, Gresham sideways, and Heim somehow carries the speed.
That was so tight between them, you couldn't slip a piece of paper.
But I think we were just kind of biding our time until the end of the race.
Wagner later on the brakes into turn 3, still side by side. Now they touch, they bang doors. The 24 jumps over the curbs. Wagner through to third place, they touch more. The 24 tries to cross him over DJ as they run into Big Bend.
They run into Big Bend, and they're going to be side by side as they come through the corner, but it's going to be Wagner on the preferred line as they come in. But that is of no mind to this man. Tyler Gonzalez will take victory here at Sebring.
For third place though, Wagner gonna cross him under, sneaks up the inside at turn 17.
Contact as they come out of the corner, and a big wiggle there for Corey Heim. Gresham Wagner able to take it away.
I think that was fair game. I really, we raced each other really hard, and he just got the last punch in.
I think Sebring was probably the biggest highlight of the season. It's my home track. I had probably 50 people there from home, all just a whole bunch of our friends and family. Just super happy I could get it done in front of them.
We are racing once again here from Sebring.
Oh, big crash, final corner. Wow, that was a huge impact for Lucas Weisenberg, and Spike Kohlbecker got turned around. It was a Jackson Bell, and then right in the center of the racetrack, Weisenberg could not do anything and slammed into the stationary Kohlbecker, who was broadside in the final corner.
I was involved in a pretty big wreck. I think it's my biggest wreck ever.
Race 2, I was right behind Gresham, and we came around during the yellow, and I saw Spike was one of the cars involved. And at that point, I knew that the championship was mine. It's really unfortunate what happened to him. It locked it in for us, and then I was able to just run the rest of that race and ended up winning.
Wagner tries to be able to see what he can do, but it's going to be of no use as Tyler Gonzalez gets back on the loud pedal and thunders his way towards the start-finish line. It's victory once again for Tyler Gonzalez.
7th win on the season for Tyler Gonzalez.
To get the championship here, double top step. Congratulations on such a dominant season, Tyler.
Thank you. So every time we get on podium, because I'm not 21, I get either apple cider or sparkling cider or something like that. It kind of sucks, honestly, because it doesn't spray nearly as well as the real champagne. So I get like a little 2-second spray, and Gresham or Justin Piscatella gets this giant long 10-second shower that they get to cover me with. But yeah, it's just part of being young, I guess.
I'm definitely most proud of my top 10 finish at Sebring. I think it was something really important for me to prove that I wasn't just getting a check for being a girl, but I'm also fast and getting up in the top 10. I think that was really important for me to prove to myself and to my competitors, and that girls are fast too.
I'm all cleared by SRO, and I'm very healthy. Took all the exams I needed to take with SRO and their medical team, and I'm lucky to be here.
So your season started yesterday.
It did. In context, I'd never driven on even a slick tire before Monday. So I know Toyota's always been a big sponsor of the Special Olympics. I never really thought it was in my wheelhouse to get into car racing. I've always wanted to, but never really maybe didn't have the right avenue or knew the right people to talk to. When this season got announced to us dealers, I was sitting next to Paul Dorschel, and I nudged him and I said, I'm interested, but I'm not going to be able to use the hand shifter because of my disability. Toyota engineered a bi-directional paddle shifter where I could flick the paddle forward to downshift and pull it back to upshift like a normal car. I grew up racing snowmobiles as a teenager with my father's support, and I got into a motorcycle accident and got an injury to my arm, a brachial plexus injury, where I'm unable to use my left arm. So Toyota saw that I was interested in the Cup Series, but also knew about my injury, and Toyota was very supportive in getting me in the vehicle. So of course, to be the first race ever being at Indianapolis is beyond a dream. It's amazing to even be here, and never mind to actually race on the track. So that's one in itself.
Goes the green, and we are racing here in Indianapolis. It's a pretty good start there for Paul Boque, who's going to be able to get a jump on the field. That's going to be Kohlbecker taking a look around the outside. Boque's trying to defend as Gresham Wagner tries to sweep around the outside and gets the move done.
Oh, contact.
And that's going to send Kemper onto the outside, way onto the outside there. He's going to have to go to the apron. That's going to cost him 4, 5, maybe 6 positions.
I've never finished last in a race in my entire career, 10 years. Finished last today, and I've also never had such a good race car to finish last.
Look at this, Gonzalez around the outside, 3 wide into 1.
How many do you want at once? Gonzalez took 3 cars in one corner, and he's through. That was an exceptional pass. McCarthy will have to give it up.
Oh, put that on a blackboard and teach that in class. That is how you get a move done.
Look at Jackson Bell. What is it with him in 3 wide passes? He has been phenomenal this season.
I saw an opportunity, and I know with Paul and Justin, we went 3 wide, I think, into turn 12, and great action for the broadcast. And yeah, it was just a super fun and clean battle, and was able to hold him off at the end.
Talk about brilliant heads up from Jackson Bell.
Oh boy!
Gonzalez, this is going to get a little bit spicy coming down into turn 1. Gonzalez muscling his way on by. They're rubbing doors. Big contact.
Yeah, side by side. Didn't leave him quite enough space there, so the 8 fought back. They did complete that pass in a local yellow zone at turn 1 because of that spun out car. That might flip the order of those results despite their intense battle here.
Coming to the line, checkered flag in the air, and Wagner takes victory in Indianapolis, race 1.
Yeah, Spike Kohlbecker will pick up a 2nd place. Will Rogers in 3rd.
Well, as you guys always say, there is winning and then there is winning at Indianapolis. Was there a moment on track today that you felt particularly challenged?
You know, just staying focused was the biggest thing.
Congratulations on the win here.
Yep, thank you.
Getting the car over the line was my priority number 1, is just seeing the checkered flag at the end of the race and to say, I did it.
Unfortunately, Corey Lewis and we had to start from pit lane.
Those were from penalties yesterday. If there were passes under yellow with a spun out car at the exit of turn 1.
There goes the green. We are racing here in Indianapolis. That's going to be Kohlbecker trying to carry speed around the outside of Wagner. Everyone through cleanly, though, it looks like.
Tyler Gonzalez sweeps to the right. That's Kemper on his left. And Gonzalez is going to try to go around the outside of both of them here.
23 of McCarthy slams the door pretty heartily there. Almost a little bit of contact with Kemper as they work their way through.
I was picking people off 2 or 3 at a time, working my way up super fast.
But now McCarthy going to tuck in behind Tyler Gonzalez and see if he's able to take a little bit of draft away from your champion as more drivers...
Spin! The 57 gets turned off the nose of McCarthy and slides wildly across the front of the field there and comes to a grinding halt to the turn 1 runoff area.
Going into turn 1, I got hit from behind and spectacularly spun across the track.
I didn't anticipate him braking so early because he was so low on the track. He broke very early, so I snipped him going into turn 1.
We almost seemed like we were taking turns leading. It's like, all right, you go burn your tires off for a little. I'm gonna hang back and let mine cool off, and then we'd swap. You know, we had some good side by side. He always left me room. I tried hanging the outside of 1, and you played it just right. I'm like, so close, can't make it work.
Kohlbecker was battling for the championship, got broadsided at Sebring, destroyed the car, they've repaired it, but now battling for the win with his teammate Gresham Wagner is close. Kohlbecker trying to cling to it, DJ.
Here they go, and it is Spike Kohlbecker to take victory in the final race of the season.
Piscatel's got one last bit of a straightaway here. This hard-fought battle is going to go to Jackson Bell.
I really didn't think I was going to be here this weekend, but I'm lucky to have a healthy body and a healthy mind. I had a quick recovery, and we had a really good weekend.
We've had a great season. I wouldn't want to say dominant, but I feel like we've earned that right as a driver, as a team.
I just can't thank Copa Motorsports, Gear Wrench, and Toyota enough. Like we've dominated this year.
I'm so proud to have won the highest finishing female award this year. I think that it's so important to show all the girls that it really doesn't matter. We're all just out here racing and we're here for a good time.
And a highlight for me is to see the engagement that we've had with the spectators, to see them in the paddock, watching the cars get ready for the race, interacting with the drivers, the way the attendance has jumped at each one of these SRO races.
Tyler had a season that can be defined as nothing short of exceptional. It's been so special that our team at TGR North America and TRD USA would like for you to stay in the GR family. We want to move you up a class and race the GR Supra starting next year in the SRO GT4 series. That sound cool to you?
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations, man.
The driving was fantastic. You have the top 3 or 4 or 5, and then you have this group of 6 to 12 that are racing, and then 15 to 20. The competition is there no matter where you're racing. You're not typically by yourself running laps. You are competing with 3 or 4 cars consistently every race, and all of the tracks have been really good. I mean, to get to race in Indy, I mean, this is ridiculous, right? And the schedule, the way SRO has been partners with us on this, it's been a fantastic experience for us. The racers have been fantastic. The cars have been bulletproof. We couldn't be happier.
We're super excited for next year. We just can't wait to kind of get back at it. We're going to try to make some improvements to the program and come back stronger next year.